How far can Bafana go in the AFCON 2023 tournament? Welcome to my first ever YouTube channel, and the first topic of the whole channel, I guess, will be how far can Bafana go in the AFCON 2023 tournament? So I'll firstly like to track back to the AFCON 2019, which was just a couple of years back. I would like to make reference to that one because I think it is a tournament that we actually performed quite well in. There were a lot of positives in the last AFCON that we did participate and of course we didn't actually qualify for the 2021, but I would like to actually examine the 2019 first before I actually get into anything else. I think 2019 we can take a lot of positives from that group. We had the likes of Temikosi Lodge, we had Percy Tau. We just had a lot of quality players, and we managed to actually beat African powerhouse, which is Egypt, which at the time they had Mohamed Salah and a lot of other players that are actually good players, in the Egyptian team. I think at that time the nation was really behind the South African football team, and I still think that we are, and I would just like to uh talk about a couple of things and see how far can we actually make it into this year's AFCON 2023. Yes, 2024, but it's AFCON 2023. Yes. This tournament that we're actually going for now, the official squad has been announced. It was released, I think, a couple of weeks back or December. I'm not quite sure on the dates, but yes. So in the squad we actually have quite good players. We have a lot of Sundowns players, Mamelodi Sundowns players, which is expected because they are I think 6 times in a row, seven times in a row DSTV channel at the top of South African football now. So you would expect that there are a lot of players there who will be in the AFCON squad, So I was looking at the squad, and it was very interesting that we left out a couple of players that I thought that would be in the squad, we left out and to be honest, I'm not even criticizing any of the selections. I'm just highlighting a couple of players that I think were capable enough to actually make it into the final 23 squad. And one of the players is Mayo from Cape Town City, and I think he's a prolific striker, a player who doesn't really get a lot of recognition, but he's a top player, and I think that he did deserve to actually be in that AFCON 2023 squad. And yeah, and I think that Mayo is one of the players that probably should have been included in the squad. And yeah. So I was looking at the squad, and I actually came up with how I think that we should start, like the starting 11, what should be the starting 11, and I have this starting 11 that I know maybe it won't even be that starting 11, because yeah. So we have a lot of quality players. So I think, okay, firstly, our number one goalkeeper should be Ronwen Williams. Okay, he's a experienced player, and he is potentially maybe our captain. Yes, okay. And our back four, I think that we should have a formation of 4-3-3. Our back four should be I think right back we should have Tapelo Morena. Left back we should have Modiba, and then our two center backs can be Civisi and Grant Kekana. I think that this back four, it could probably be as solid as the one we had in the 2019 AFCON. I'm not saying that the 2019 AFCON back four was bad, but I think that with this one we have so much experience. We have so many it's a combination of like experience and maybe a bit youngish players, but it's a combination of that. We have Morena at right back, which is a very experienced player playing for Mamelodi Sundowns, has multiple of titles, has won a lot. Um, and yeah, I think that the defense should be like that. So I think the midfield we have to play with the one CDM, one central defending midfielder, and I think our central defending midfielder should be Mvala. Very experienced player. He is able to dictate the play in the midfield. He is able to make a lot of interceptions. He is big and tall, and he actually has good technical ability. And to have a player who plays for Mamelodi Sundowns, who has that physique, who has good ball control, good technique, and is able to intercept balls, able to dictate play in the midfield, to get loose balls. I think that it is a very good addition to the Bafana squad from the one that we had in 2019. So then our two central midfield players should be Mokoena and Tembazwane. Tembazwane will be the one in the free role, and Mokoena will sort of be like the traditional central midfield. I think that this midfield is they have a bond, from playing in the Mamelodi Sundowns team, and I think that they could possibly replicate what they do on the CAF stage and replicate it in this AFCON tournament, because I know that they are probably friends or they are close and they can complement each other very good on the pitch. Mokoena could be the traditional central midfield. He could provide those diagonal passes to the right wings, even possibly feed our left winger. And Timbazwane can sort of be like our number 10, just playing that free role. Being as creative as possible, putting in the through balls and all of those things. And yeah. Okay, so the front three that I think we should go with is our left wing should be Tapelo Maseko, our right wing should be Mayambela, and our man in the middle, which is striker or center forward, is Percy Tau. And I know that I'm going to raise a lot of eyebrows, like why are we not playing with the natural number 9, or why are we not playing with Lepasa or Mahopa, because they are both natural number 9s, and I have a reason, because I think that we have Percy Tau, who is a very versatile player, and we know that he has so much quality. He can play either on the left, right, or in the middle. And I think that if he plays in the middle, he can be able to sort of like drop into the midfield and sort of overcrowd the midfield. I think if we can overcrowd the midfield, we can dominate a lot of teams. So if we have a player like Percy Tau playing through the middle, which is number 9, he can sort of drop into that false 9 role, where we have now 4 people playing in the midfield, where you can overload those loose balls, where we can pick those loose balls off of other teams. It'll be easier to actually just overcrowd the midfield and to dominate games if we want to play a possession-based game. So I think, yeah, Percy Tau should be the one playing through the middle. I do not have anything against Lepasa or Mahopa, but I just think that Percy Tau, for me, is the one that should be playing through the middle. And if it doesn't work, that's why we have substitutes. We have Lepasa, Mahopa, and yes, that if it's not working, the false 9 role, then we can make substitutions. But I think that if we actually do decide to make substitutions, maybe during a game, in between a game, or maybe changing for the next game, I actually think that Percy Tau should go into that right wing, and then the coach can actually choose which striker he brings in through the middle, whether Zakilele Pasa or Evidence Mahopa. But yeah, nonetheless, guys, that is the starting 11 that I think that we should be taking this AFCON with. I think we have a really good squad in this AFCON, and I think that we have so much potential, to actually reach the later stages of the tournament, because we haven't won the AFCON since 1996, and I personally believe that 2019 we came close, even though we just came short in the quarterfinals against a very good Nigerian team. But you saw the flashes of the flashes there of brilliance, because we managed to beat a powerhouse like Egypt, and we managed to reach the quarterfinals. So I think that we have reason to actually believe that this team actually has enough potential to actually reach the later stages of the quarterfinals, semifinals, and maybe possibly even the final. And I think that we cannot shy away from the fact that this team is very talented, that we have a lot of Mamelodi Sundowns players who have played in the CAF stage and who have gone into the later stages of CAF, which means that we actually do have potential to actually be thinking of the later stages of the tournament, you know. So our group, we have Mali, Tunisia, and Namibia. So that is actually people. I've been hearing people say that is actually a hard, an easy group, but I think that it's actually a hard group, you know. So I think we should look out for those three teams, and I think that, yeah, man, I think that we can actually make it at least to the semifinals, and once we reach the semifinals, I think that we can start dreaming about the final, you know. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Make sure to hit that like button and to subscribe for more football content. Thank you so much for watching this video. And let's go Bafana.